Hey y'all, thanks for joining me today. This is Sam from the Timekeeper. Today we're gonna look at this little mechanism here, the watch bezel remover, of course. I bought this on eBay about 3-4 years ago. Paid around $25. Yeah, $25 with shipping and all. Last night I did check out at the current pricing. It was averaging around 35, which is, not bad. But here we go. See what my thought and overview of this mechanism is, okay? So when I got this device about 3 years ago, like I say, this is all I get right here. A very well built, in my opinion, for a watch tool. I think this should last me for a lifetime if I don't do any damage to it. Just use it the way it's supposed to be used, which is removing watch bezel. Came with the device, the full blade, of course, very nice and sharp. And also another set of replacement pieces right here, another full blade, okay, in oil. It's gonna last for a lifetime, like I say. Anyhow, what's my thought on this machine? The construction I have no complaint over. I mean, I never have a very expensive device before, a version brand or whatever brand that might offer this. Non-brand, there's no marking. The 4 dial feet here for stability. Very large knob for adjusting the device. Very large knob for adjusting the device. I have no complaint on anything that I can see from this thing. As far as this tool go, I'll be honest with you. Whenever I need to repair a Rolex watch or put a Rolex watch to service, it come out of the toolbox and put to use. A very, very versatile device. I'm not sure what metal this is made out of. I imagine it's some kind of solid stainless steel block. Of course, the blade is oil, so it had to be iron of some sort to keep it from rusting. So when I do store this away, I do spray some WD-40 or some kind of oil to keep it from rusting, and seem to do the job pretty well. Like I say, I have this for several years now, and everything is nice and clean. And I do use this pretty often. Like I say, every time I work on a Rolex watch, it come out of the toolbox. So how does it work? At the initial thought, I would think you just put the case down here, align it, and as you turn the knob, the sharp edges of these blades will cut into the bezel and separate the watch bezel from the watch case. Tried that the first time around, didn't like it. It leaves a scar on the bezel in the watch case. It doesn't do the exact grip like it should, or I was hoping it would. So for me, the best way I find to use this is, of course, our old trusted razor blade, okay? The hand cut razor blade here, as you can see. So needless to say, we are grown adult here. I want to remind you guys that when work with razor blade and bare hand, bare finger, just be careful, okay? I don't want you to go out of commission for the next couple of days because of personal injury. So what I personally would do is, four corner of the watch, I would just slowly insert this blade straight into it. No wiggling, none of that, okay? So by inserting the blade in, it should separate, make a gap between the bezel and the case itself. Here we go. Light pressing, okay, and roll it. light pressing and roll it. Okay. And why do we do this? Why do we need this bezel remover when we do this? Okay. Sometimes you feel like you can just bend this upward and force the bezel out. More than likely that will work, but I would tell you, on the older Rolex gold bezel, it's much thinner, and when you do that, the bezel itself might warp, or more than likely will warp. Okay, so we need this to evenly lift it up. So as you can see, by rotating this blade around, there is a gap right now. Okay, that is, I'm not sure you can see on the camera on that, but it is plenty sufficient for the tool blade to fit into it and separate the bezel from the watch case. All right, carefully, as always. When it comes to watch repair, no undue force, okay? Everything laid down by itself. Press. And as you can see, as we turn, okay. Okay, once you can't turn anymore, you figure that the blade has hit the center where the ring of the bezel is. So let's remove this quickly. Oh yeah, nice. There you go. And with a plastic card, well, credit card, this is, I'm not sure what it is. Some kind of plastic card that look like a credit card. Insert and remove. There you go. Easy. Easy peasy. No damage whatsoever. Okay, the ring is perfectly straight. No harm done to this 18 karat gold bezel. And that's our main concern, honestly, is making damage to the gold bezel, okay? No damage to the case, no mar, no scar, none of that, okay? Nice. But that was easy. The other watch that we use on the Rolex are the stainless steel models, okay? With the, I guess they call the center ring insert. It should be made out of all stainless steel, and it's tough, okay? So first we remove the rotating bezel. Oh, this is my personal watch. What do you guys think? Nice, huh? Yep. But anyhow, excuse me. Let's remove this easily with also a plastic card, so you won't do any damage. Rotate, rotate, lift, rotate and lift, okay? There we go. Of course, have the tension ring. So, excuse me, so like I say, on the sport model, like the GMT and the Submariner, they have this stainless steel ring here to keep the crystal down, okay? It's much tougher to use this alone, okay? So you do need to separate this like the other way. And sometimes when you can't press it with your fingers to get all the way through. Now, I'll be honest, I'm not gonna remove this because my watch don't need any service right now, so there's no need for me to remove the ring. But just for all intention, when it comes to this, just line up the blade like how you would, and get a little wooden and get this little wooden mallet and just knock on it, okay? And go all the way through. And then we go back with the bezel remover to lift it up. On the newer model of the GMT that I worked on before, there is a groove around here on this metal bezel where they lay an extra gasket on it, okay? So it's very thin. So if you try to force it by prying it up with a blade or a knife or a watch, I guess a watch back case remover, you will make damage to this ring, okay? This crystal ring. So it's very important, very, very, very important. Whenever you can, put this little gadget to use, do it. Okay, it's fun to use tool, but this tool here is essential. Or like I say, in my opinion, when it comes to removing Rolex bezel. Okay, so there we go. What's my final thought on this machine? You know, for $25, I'm sorry, excuse me, for $35, the current pricing right now, 2024, beginning of 2024 on eBay. Yeah, it's not that much money to spend on something that can help you with your watch repair, should you be a hobbyist or doing this as a living. I consider myself as a hobbyist that get paid by people who ask me to do work on their watches. I find this is very feasible, a must-have, a tool in my stash when it comes to Rolex, and we do work on Rolex quite a bit. I think that's one of the main luxury brand that does get repaired nowadays. You know, the argument is people don't wear watches anymore, but everyone still want a Rolex, right? And when it comes to Rolex, it will require service and repair more often than whatnot. And yeah, you need one of these tools. Should it be a Submariner, or should it be our beloved Datejust, right? Everyone have a Datejust for some reason. You know, the two-tone Datejust is just phenomenal. I think I have like two myself. And yes, they all come with this exact, excuse me, didn't mean to throw that down on the table. Yeah, they all have this exact 18 karat gold bezel, okay, soft metal. We don't want to do prying, you know, with the, you know what I'm talking about. The case back watch opener. No, just use this, okay? It's only $35. I'm not promoting the darn thing. I don't make anything in the money from it. They're just a friendly, this is just a friendly talk between us guys who work on watches or want to get into the hobby of repairing watches. So there you go. That's my thought.